Hiya, my name's Ciaran O. Sullivan. I took part in the second creative writing programme with Reimagine, Remake, Replay.
Hi, I'm Molly. I'm one of the Reimagine, Remake, Replay participants that took part in some of the programmes over the lockdown period. So I took part in 3 different programmes. The first was the She Sells Sanctuary illustration programme, then the Climate Action Network, and thirdly Miss Made Modern.
Hello, my name is Meabh Magee and I've been a participant in the Reimagine Remake Replay programmes, including the Creative Writing course and the Head and Heart Festival.
So I've been part of the She Sells Sanctuary programme and both of the embroidery and digital face masks making programmes.
Especially over that period, I guess, what it meant to me was just pure escapism. You know, being able to break away from that lockdown life, especially over November and December, that second lockdown, which was quite dull and monotonous, and there was no Joe Wicks exercises or online yoga classes or whatever. So I guess it really just broke up the week, and I really looked forward to joining the lads each Thursday evening. I suppose it gave you something to look forward to each week, something motivating too. In terms of memories, I'm not quite sure I can pick one particular memory, but I guess what stands out for me and what I really loved was when we split up into the breakout rooms, and we originally, or at the start, we were quite timid and quite shy. We weren't ready to express our ideas and our opinions, but then as the time went on, we were probably becoming more comfortable with each other, and we were just banging ideas back and forth, and that was really cool to watch. It was really cool to witness that creative atmosphere.
Being part of Reimagine, Remake, Replay was really important to me over the lockdown period. It initially gave me the opportunity to reconnect with my creative drawing side, but it actually gave me so much more than that in the end. It gave me a community, something to thrive off, something to look forward to when there was seemingly nothing to look forward to during the lockdown period, and I had something to feel really proud of and feel proud of the people that I met, albeit virtually. One of my favourite memories was probably the last session of the She Sells Sanctuary illustration programme, because we got to send in all our work and look at how far all of us had come. Again, be just so proud of each other and have a lot of laughs about it as well. We had become so close and learned so much over the 6 weeks, and to see it all finally come together, all our decisions that we'd made over that time come into one big final piece, it just felt amazing. And it was so amazing to know that we had made a difference as well, through art, all of our art coming together. All the profit from it went to Women's Aid to help a 30% increase in domestic violence over the lockdown period. And so to see that together we united and made a difference was an extraordinary feeling.
For me personally, Reimagine, Remake, Replay over lockdown has meant the world. I have been particularly isolated this year, especially when I live on campus in my halls, which has for a start reduced numbers, and I don't have classes on campus, so I'm very disconnected from the outside world and people my own age, which is very difficult in comparison to even last year when COVID-19 wasn't an issue and you're constantly surrounded by people. So to do a programme with Reimagine, Remake, Replay, to be surrounded by people my own age from 16 to 25 has kind of not only enabled me to have a bit of a community with Reimagine, but has also just made it much easier to cope with those feelings of loneliness, and thankfully I've had some really fun memories along the way. The virtual exhibit that we did with Vanessa during the Head and Heart Festival, I don't know what it was about the group of people that all attended that programme, but we were just so full of fun and conversation, and Vanessa was brilliant and she was such a good host, and it was just so fun getting to see all of her art and see the connections that she made with songs and music and how that inspired her. I just thought it was so fascinating, and not only did I learn something new, but I just think that we had so much banter as a group, and like you could not have been upset that day because there were smiles on everyone's faces just by having so much fun.
It has been a really great way to connect locally, considering I've been away from Northern Ireland for a good few years now. It's been really nice to come back during a pandemic and still be able to do this through creative heritage and climate action methods. One of my favourite memories was during one of the embroidery sessions. We were all like practicing at the same time on Zoom, and it created a really calm, nice, comfortable atmosphere where everybody was just feeling like free and open to laugh or to ask questions. Just felt very like well connected in a way that you don't really get with Zoom very often. So that was really, really nice to be part of.
Refuge, escapism, and inspiring or evocative. That's four. Do you know what I mean?
Forward thinking, inclusive and energetic.
Unique, accepting and fun.
Creativity, connection, and curiosity. And as you can see, I alliterated because that's the RRR effect.